Need I say more? Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where we've finally got all the pieces aligned, where we now have a near infinite amount of space to work with, all of the mid-game items we'll ever need, and a jetpack and airport to get us anywhere in the world we want in an instant. So now we're on the last step of total world domination, and that is by unlocking trains, because with them we can efficiently get all the resources in the world back to our base. So we'll be unlocking and setting them up today. But aside from trains, we also got something else that's pretty dang cool today. A new mod that I've wanted for eons. A mod that lets us control time. Because usually when I record these videos, I have to wait till daytime to actually get clips, because at nighttime, you can't see anything. I even have the gamma up in all my videos, just so you can see if it gets a little dark. But now, we have this perma-day mod, so it is always noon, or whatever time you want. So it could be midnight, it could be sunrise, it can be anything, and everything. You can even control the speed of time itself to 1,000. Yes, we have become Time Lords, rulers of time in all its facets. It's glorious, absolutely glorious. This is actually gonna save me hours, I kid you not, hours of time getting screenshots and not having to wait till day. Oh my god. I have wanted this mod for so long. And now we have it. Honestly, I'd highly recommend it. This is probably like the greatest mod of all time, especially if you're a content creator. Anyway though, we're usually gonna keep it around about 11 a.m. or noon, just because the sky is all nice and blue and we can see everything that's going on, you know? So yeah, we're gonna be using that from now on, 100%. And my goodness, it is the perfect eternal day. Both perma-day mod and getting trains in one episode, my goodness. The only thing that could make this better is if you've supported me by leaving a like. Had to. Anyway though, it is time. Trains, let's rock and roll. We have a world to exploit. So rocket, a launch, and trains.
Milestone reached. A new set of buildings and vehicles needed for long-range transportation has been made available. In addition to built-in power conduction, rails-based transit ensures increased efficiency and reliability for both the transport of pioneers and cargo.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's finally happening. We finally have trains. Oh my goodness, fluid freight platforms, freight cars, the railways, the whole 9 yards, brother. We have been planning for this day for a very long time. Indeed, when we first made this base, we had already started planning for trains. So pretty much the entire reason why we have this lower section here, as like the foundation to the rest of the base, is because this is where all the items are imported into. So you can see all the pipes are heading in there, we have all the miners connected up to everything, and the trains as well are gonna be moving and grooving in here too. In fact, we already have a floor ready to go. And that is this floor. This big empty space that we've been sitting on for such a long time will finally be used. So the plan is, we're gonna have train stations at every one of these stackable pipeline supports, and they'll just go way over that way. And we'll do that, I don't know, however many times we need to here. I think that's 6, yeah. So we have room for 6 train stations, and that's gonna be the first top floor, and the bottom floor down here will be a warehousing floor. So we'll build all of our train stations up here, send the items down here, and then figure out what to do at that point. Probably just have like super spine systems all around the base, just taking everything up to the higher floors. I don't know, didn't plan that far ahead, but at least we have this space ready to go. The big thing is though, that could actually be a nightmare, is if I mismeasured something, or if the train stations have like a different height. because we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 floor tiles there of height. So a train station does fit in here, right? Yes, it does. Okay. So, yep, we can transform this entire area into a super train station with a really spicy design as well. I got the big plans, guys. The big plans. But first off, gotta fill in this whole floor, then we'll start moving and grooving. Right on, right on. The floor is filled and everything went pretty well. We have a bit of a problem over here though, because we have all of the industrial fluid stuff over there. We lost a lot of space there. We have this random like tower going up to like our storage room floor right over there. And so we lost about, I don't know, 1/6 of this floor to all that stuff. But I think it should be okay. I was reviewing things and considering the plans I got in mind, I think we'll be all right. So first off, what's the big plan? Well, we're gonna be doing stuff kind of differently. If you watched our season 2 Let's Play, it's gonna be similar to that. But if you haven't, listen up, because it's a pretty dang cool system. I'll just make an example here. But pretty much, it's just like a giant loop system. Instead of having like one train station go to like another train station and just setting up like a million different tracks, we're going to have a million different stations, but only one main loop. So we'll have like a bunch of just train stations all over the world. Then we'll have like them all go and join in on one main track. So it's kind of difficult to set up, but just kind of take the example here. So this one will connect up to this one will connect up to this, etc., etc., etc. And this will end up leaving the base. So we'll go super, super far, and we'll probably head out this way, somewhere. And yeah, that's way simpler, just having all of the other train stations go onto one outbound track, because if we do it that way, then the whole world can just be kind of like looped up, and we have mini loops going off the main loop, and essentially everything comes back from the loop on one main inbound train line. So it could be like here, this would go all the way to the back of the room, and then it would split into all of the train stations that are set up here. And that's pretty much how the loop would work. So everything goes out there, in here, and that's it. It's pretty simple, like when you just say it and like explain it like this, but it can be a little difficult to set up. So not only do we have to make like the main loop, but also you have to watch out for how you set these guys up, because junctions in this game are a little spooky. I'll try and give you an example here. So let's just say we have this train station going this way. All right. And there we go, just trying to make it line up. So cool, now I'll go that way, goes onto the main line, goes off to space, all is good, right? And then we want to work on the next train station. So we go and bring the line back. This will hook up to there, and all will be hunky-dory. Well, not exactly. Because what happens is, when you're building tracks, it looks out for which direction you're building them. So sometimes it can get a little goofy, and the switch control won't appear. So I'm assuming that actually wouldn't work. And what you'd have to do is you'd have to go from this station and connect it up there. So then the train sees the track direction as going from that station to here, and not from this track to there. Like, trains get confused that way. So you just have to be really, really careful of that. Honestly, what I like to do is I like to make like little test loops essentially. Let's just get rid of the example now. Make a new example. But yeah, like I make like a mini test loop just for the train station. So it goes like all the way like this. We have this come out to about here. Come on. There we go. And that can connect up to there. And then this will go out to the next train station as well. And then I just set up a few trains and see if they just actually run. Because if they're set up properly, the AI will be able to go from one station to the other. And obviously if not, then they kind of just stick in their station and cry. So just hooked up the power now, and let's just try out this little 2-station example. So I have one train, we'll give it a freight car just because they're cool. And then we'll have another train over here. And yeah, we'll get this running too. Though it doesn't matter. If one train can run through the system, usually the rest can. So let's set up a little timetable. So leave that there, close this out, and if the system works, it'll go. Did we not set up the tracks correctly? Is there no power? That can be a problem once in a while. No, there's power. And then sometimes you run into problems that you could not foresee. Oh, maybe you could if you read. Let's turn the autopilot on. What an excellent idea. All right, and it's gonna slowly make its way to the station. And honestly, if the train leaves the station, we pretty much know everything works out. If it stops and says can't get to the next stop, that's probably because I messed up with the junctions. But, as you can see, it's moving, it's grooving, all's well. So now we have to see if we can get from stop 1 to stop 2 again. So it stops here, breaks off, slows its roll because you don't want to have like a multi-ton super train losing control. Could be bad. It's looking like it's stopping, of course. And it's moving again. So yeah, this system works. And that's pretty much how our entire train system's gonna work. Like out there on that loop, that can just be going to anywhere. And for this system, we can expand it as much as we want. And it should work out like this if we built it correctly. So let us stop you, sir. No more train a moving, no more train a grooving. For now, and I'm gonna get rid of our example and try and set up our proper stations. And the first part of the plan is that we're not gonna have a station over here. We're gonna use this like 3x3 area as the main in and out point for all of the trains. So we'll make a little loop in here, and then they'll leave through here, and they'll come back in through here. So let's just mark that out just with a few rails. So this is the in, and this is the outbound. Want to make sure we get a good little turn on this too. Or we could just do something temporary like that. Of course we can. Sure. And then for the rest of the train stations, we will set them up just going down this way, along the rest of these little markers. So this is the station, right? Yes. And that is the center, okay. Alrighty. So I guess we could start here. And what we need to see is if we can make like a 90-degree turn here, and then also turn outside of the base. So that's the 90-degree. We kind of have to build this out a little bit more then. So you, goodbye. Platforms, hello. You say hi. I say hello. Anyway, that's good. We'll probably get rid of that for now, because we just want to make sure we can get the turn going. And we need about a 3 tile by 3 tile area. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we'll have the outbound line here. It'll stop here for measurements. And then we should be able to make this turn. Yeah, perfectly. Okay, and that connects to there. That's the outbound. Inbound should be easy. Now we can go to the next station, just down this way. Give it its nice old 90-degree, and then it will connect up to you. Good. And that should work out. We just do that all the way down the line here. And that gives us a grand total again. Yes, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations. That's not a lot of stations. Okay. Yeah, that gives us 5 stations. However, we're definitely gonna need more. Or we could just have super trains that end up going to the end of the base here, but that's a little ridiculous. Let's just make like a test platform here. And you know what? I think we'll have 2 train stations per row. So we'll have that station up in front, then we'll have another train station just behind it with, well, however many freight cars we can add to it. And then we'll just connect this together. Because the trains at the moment, they can just pass through each other. So if we have 2 trains on the same line and a train stopped there and this train wants to go through, it literally like phases through the other train. It's pretty goofy. It'll probably be changed, but it works for now. And it lets us double up our space here, or at least use it more effectively. It's better to have, in my opinion, it's better to have multiple trains than like one super massive train, because trains are a little crazy, and you need one locomotive to every 2 freight cars. Oh, run materials. Thought that would happen. But yeah, 1 locomotive to every 2 freight cars. Because if you ever have a scenario in your rail system where you're going like straight up a super steep incline, so say you had 0 speed and you start going up a ramp like this, and the entirety of the train is on the ramp, in order for it to keep going up, you need 2 locomotives per freight car to make sure you can make it up that hill. However though, if you do have any amount of speed, that'll help you kind of make it up a decent chunk of the hill. So maybe you have like a slope before, and then you go up, and then down, it's a giant roller coaster, and sometimes you can make it work. But to be on the safe side, it's better to have, you know, that 2-to-1 ratio, so that never happens. Though, I think we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna risk it. So I'm gonna just hope that the trains have enough speed before they hit an incline that they'll make it up any incline I build. And that way we can fit in more freight platforms, which is just what I wanna do, brother. More goods back to base. And looking at all of this, I'm gonna assume we can get about 20 freight cars-ish per like line here. Wait, 20 times 5. That'll be about 100 freight cars of items coming in here. And that might seem like a lot, but it kinda isn't. So we'll see. We're gonna play this a little bit greedy. A little bit greedy indeed. And hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, we'll get punished later, but that's an issue for future Kibs. For now, I think we have the basic design kind of figured out. I'll lay out the rest of the stations, and we'll get it running. Okay, I gotta admit, saying that 100 freight cars is not a lot, and then seeing what 100 freight cars is gonna look like is wildly different. This is, this is pretty good. I like this. We have many train stations now. And yeah, all the freight cars we'll need for a while at least, hopefully. And it all looks pretty good. Only had like one minor hiccup, and that is our main power grid right in the middle there, because it's part of our fuse box that runs to the top of the base, and it's kind of in the direct middle of our base. So what I had to do here is I just have a train station behind it and one in front of it. These ones are kind of like mini, and this one kind of splits off on its own and rejoins like the outbound line. And yeah, it's a little finicky, but I think it works. Pretty sure. Almost certain? Pretty certain. We can do a test here pretty quick. But first off, I forgot to mention, but they're the fluid freight platforms, or at least I think I mentioned them, but I didn't show them off. And they work pretty much exactly the same like the freight platforms. Yeah, so you just have like a fluid tank in there, and from what I can see, you just use the freight cars to transport fluids as well. Like the whole system's the same. You'll just need like pipes moving and grooving. And you know, since we have like these huge trains all over the place, and we have these mini trains, which are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 6 freight cars long, I'm thinking these 2 freight platforms in the middle here will be for liquids. Now for the fun part, let's actually gather some stuff. And that journey is going to be to about here, like right in there. There are 4 oil nodes that I want to bring back to base so we can properly process some plastic and rubber. So we're gonna scoop those boys up. And that'll be a good kind of test to see our trains running. And then, there's also a bunch of resources over here too. Maybe we just collect everything in this little area. That could be a really good idea. Let's take a gander. And of course, now that we have an airport, let's just go and use that. Also, check this out. I made this hypertube launcher thing that spins us up and will launch us right to the top of the base in literally in a snap. Boom. Not exactly a snap. Huh, we didn't actually get full speed. Weird, these hypertube launchers, man. They can be spooky. But yeah, if it's working properly, we'd actually be up there in like half a second. Here we are now. All is good in the world. And where do we want to go? First off, let's turn off the fog. And we wanted to go to the oil field area, just over here. That's short range. So then we use this guy, yeah? Yeah. Please, don't mess up. Don't launch us short. Let's put on the jetpack so we don't die as well. Good ideas all around. And that worked perfectly. Oh my gosh, having an airport's the best. All right, so we want to go right on down here. Oh, hello, new biome. And we have our 4 oil nodes. So 2 of them are normal and 2 are impure. So what are we cooking with, right? The impure one, 2 normals, gotcha. Oh yeah, and nothing's powered over here because I cleaned everything up. So the bad guys go oof. Let's just scoot over here for now. The main thing we need to see in being over here is how much oil we can get out of here. So this is 600 per minute. Oh! How did you get up here? That's illegal! I hide and crouch in fear. Okay. So in actuality, we're actually just dead. And you see, that is why you make 2 jetpacks when you get jetpacks. For when stuff like this happens. We need to see how many full pipes we can make out of all of these. Because each full pipe will represent a freight car. So, thank you for stuff. Let us deal with this guy so we can actually deal with everything else. Yeah, as I was saying, we need to see how many full pipes we can make. So this at max output, 60 per minute, that's like a third of a pipe, right? But then if we had the full power shards in here, that'd be 150 crude oil, which is half a pipe. Okay, so 1 impure node is half a pipe. We have 2 impure nodes, so that's 1 pipe, and 1 pipe equals 1 freight car. So that's 1 freight car. And then the 2 normal nodes equal, yeah, fully power sharded 1 full pipe as well. So then we have 3 full pipes of oil coming from this little spot here. Cool. That's really nice. So then we could also grab all of the other resources around here too then? Like we may as well, right? And we'll just have a bit of a mixed train. Because we have a nice little limestone node right over here. Hello. Nice and normal. And I think this is a pure copper node as well. And then I think there's a normal iron node. What are you, sir? Oh, normal, what? That's a normal one. Oh, and it's a pure iron node. Yeah, we want that. We want that a lot. Then what are you then? A normal iron node? 2 pure iron nodes? Brother, we want those. We want those real bad. Okay, so yeah, we'll grab these guys as well. Is there anything else around here? Or let's see, if we bring the train that has 6 cars, that's gonna be 3 of the 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'd have to leave something behind. Well, all things considered, I think then we'll just leave the limestone here, and then everything kind of works out. Like we'd have 1, 2, 3, and then 3 freight cars over here, and that's that. So let us actually set up the rest of the train line here. So from the get-go here, we just take our outbound line straight out this desert. And then once we get out of the desert, then we're gonna have to decide on what our main loop's gonna do. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna have our main loop that travels around the entire world. Just go off to the left here and start in the doodly-doo, the swamp biome. And the inbound line will have to be quite a bit lower and come on up and head into there. So what we need to do right now then is we need to make a junction point. So from the main line, we'll have another track split off and go to our mini oil field there. And that will be our first little system. So let's move this out a little bit further here. Now, right about here is where we're gonna have the split. So we want this to look really nice, as we want everything to look. So we'll just go out a little bit like that and kind of build this like a highway. So we have like the off ramp. Where's that thing. Hello? What? Oh, that was a train station. Okay, so kind of build this like an off-ramp. So this will come over this way, right? And then we want it to straighten out a bit. So we'll pop off, and then straighten out, and then go down. And oh my gosh, we live in the greatest timeline where we have the double ramps. So going down is super easy. Oh my goodness. Doing this before, a nightmare. Oh, but wait. Can we go down on this angle? Let me try and fiddle around with this. Oh my gosh, no way. This is the darkest timeline. We can't go down the double ramp. Oh no. The steepest incline the trains can go down is just the 2 meters. Dude, why? Why is this gonna take forever now? That is just really unfortunate, but we will have to make do. Okay, no. That's good. I'll bring this to the ground, and then we'll scoot over that way. Whoa, Nelly though. That's not the best idea, brother. I was thinking about like our whole track network as like a whole, and if we're having our outbound track go all the way around that side of the map, and then our inbound track over here, well then, say we wanted to get something that's like right out here, a train would have to go from our hub, go all the way around the map, get the stuff there, and then come back to the hub. And that's ridiculous. Like what? We can't do that. So I've switched up the design, as you may see. So now we have an inbound and outbound track going both to the right and to the left. So now, again, in that example, if we want to grab something that's like right here, the train just has to go whoop, scoop it, and then whoop back. Much better idea, much, much better. It took a lot of complicated like rail work here, but it's pretty straightforward. It's just having the outbound line be able to go this way and that way, and same for the inbound line, where it can come in this way or from underneath there. And it should work out pretty well. If there are any problems, I've tried to make this loop here as well. I don't think it's necessary. But yeah, I'd rather have it than not have it, you know? Anyway though, I went ahead and also finished off our little train station down here, because now the track just goes down parallel to our inbound line. It's just pretty easy to just go whoop, right off there into the train station. And also nothing's all that decorated anyway, like we're just trying to get the function down, and we'll deal with the aesthetics later on. But yeah, train station here, good to go. It's called Station 10 right now. Do you guys have any good name suggestions? Let me know. But anyway, everything is hooked up as well. All the pipes just moving and grooving all over the place. The belts running from over there to here. Gosh, the materials look so good. But yeah, just everything loads in. It should function, hopefully. Also, I am so curious to see what happens to the liquid when it gets loaded into the train. Because normally the freight car just looks like this, right? So does it turn into like a fluid tank car like this now, or? Well, I guess that's what we're gonna find out. Alrighty, so let's just make a schedule that goes to Station 10 here. Just so we can park our little butt skis and see what happens with the fluids. There we go. Just literally drive forward for half a second. Thank you. We can watch our very first train cars get loaded. I've been looking forward to this. Oh, that's so cool. It's like a liquid thing now. Wow. Wait, are there liquid freight cars? Is it gonna look like that? Please, dude. Oh my god, that looks so cool. That was kind of goofing up over there, but these are amazing. They are like tanks. Can we look inside, please? Oh, we can even flush them. Dude, oh, I love these. I am pleased. Even how like the little side thing from like the freight car, like that little metal pole, like slides right in there. Oh, I'm freaking excited. I don't think you can paint trains yet, but once you can, we could like color code all of our like freaking train line and fluids, and I'm freaking out. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's actually give this thing the full runaround though. Beast test in. That's where we're heading. Let's see if it works. It's just braking. Oh no, we're going. That is a really good sign. Now, there are some hills around here, as you kind of saw. And actually, we should be able to get up with 6 for sure. Yeah, that's not a problem. Dude, we're home free, brother. First inbound train to the base. We've done it. We've done it. Oh, this is just the best. We can do so much now. Oh, we could just take over the world. But for now, let's get our first shipment dropped off. All right, and we made it to our stop. So now we just have to let this guy unload and see if it can find its way back to the other station. But of course, first, we must watch the unloading. Oh, bud. Oh, bud. This is exciting. Imagine now this whole warehouse full of trains dropping off stuff all the time. Oh, it's gonna look so cool. I like it. The new freight cars kind of clip with the model there, but that's all right. Oh, what matters is that we're able to get going, and since the train is moving, that means the system works. So first train system online and running. Now we have so much more work to do. However though, I think that's gonna be all for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and again, if you did, remember to leave a like, and I hope to see you in the next video. But for now, have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.